It never ends with the Mets.
It really doesn't, man. And then think about yesterday. Yesterday starts off as this weird apology day and then turns into a day hopefully we look back on as a great day for the Mets that helped turn things around. A great doubleheader sweep. And today was actually going to be a calm day. A day where we opened with the Yankees. A day where it was, all right, Mets are sort of back in it. Let's all take a deep breath. The Mets get a break. And a little after 3 o'clock, it breaks that the interim general manager of the New York Mets drove drunk.
I wonder if he was at yesterday's games. We know Sandy was there because he's looking for the earring after
I didn't see him, man. Now that you say it,
either, yeah.
Now that you say that, and we now have all this information, probably not. He probably wasn't a part of the team meetings.
I think that's an assumption. I think it's a fair assumption that he had to tell the team Tuesday morning, hey, guys, I'm sorry to tell you this. I was sleeping in my car. The police officers came to my window.
Right.
They got me for a DWI, right? There's no way he's at the games yesterday.
Right, no way.
And he's back in court tomorrow, I guess, to answer this, right?
Look.
That'd be a bad look if he's at the games yesterday.
I agree.
I think most thoughts as a Met fan is, everybody's okay. No one else was harmed. And then you start to think about the future. And the future is pretty obvious.
They're all gone.
He's gone. They're all gone. And I remember a few weeks ago when you brought it up, you said, Evan, I just don't think Sandy's going to make it if the Mets don't have a great turnaround. And you said that. Yeah. And then we threw the idea, well, what happens to Zach Scott, interim GM? He has no chance to survive this. No chance. He was the interim GM to begin with. He's not the general manager, and it's going to be very difficult as a first-year interim GM to explain to the owner, coming off what's still likely to be a very bad season, I can trust you with the keys to this organization after what the heck happened yesterday morning.
Yeah, it's
he's gone.
There's no doubt in my mind he's gone.
No doubt.
No doubt. It's almost like, we all mocked, Kyrie Irving for the sage burning in Boston. And I know it's a symbolic thing. I'm not
Why
saying
do you always bring
it.
up the Nets, Craig?
No, in a positive
I'm joking
way.
around with you.
Like the Mets, I think they just need to literally blow it up on every level.
Yeah.
And start from scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you.
I know there are good people that work there, have been there for for a long time. I'm not saying those people, but they're the people that have been brought in here in recent years. I think you might have to get rid of all of them.
They got to start over. Sandy Alderson was brought back, and I was in favor of it. I'll be the first to admit. Was more about the familiarity he had with the other owners to make sure Steve Cohen was approved. All right, Sandy Alderson, Zach Scott, top to bottom. Player-wise, too, for many reasons, this organization needs a major, major makeover. And to your point, how has Steve Cohen's first year gone as Met owner? It hasn't gone well. I'll admit that.
It really
doesn't mean I'm not hopeful for the future.
And let me just say one thing on that. The first year under Steve Cohen may turn out to be an outright disaster. But Steve Cohen's not responsible for Jared Porter sending this one woman to, penis pictures and being relentless in his pursuit of her. Steve Cohen's not responsible for Zach Scott apparently driving under the influence. He's not. He's responsible for other stuff, for sure. But a lot of this crap, it just, it's why I always made fun. Like, it's the same old Mets, right? We sing that dopey song. But this is the reason why.
It's been the same old Mets.
Yeah.
How can I argue that?
Yeah, it's crazy
and
to me.
Just as a Met fan, it's like, here was a day to take a deep breath. Here was a day to say, all right, not that they're back in the race, but okay, yesterday was a positive day. You even said, Evan, smell the roses, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And I actually was. I haven't even bitched about the Mets today. All good. Everybody's happy. And it's like, as a Met fan, you can't have more than 3 hours of peace and quiet before you get slapped in the face with something else.
And it reminds me, remember, what was it, earlier this year, last year, when Brian Cashman got pulled over, and like the original officer that pulled him over had no idea who he was, and he was kind of like, he didn't want to say, do you know who I am, but he kind of was like, look me up, but you'll probably know my name, something like that. Mm-hmm. And it turned out he did nothing wrong. He was totally innocent. He was in the clear, and he drove away. The Met guy gets pulled over. It's like there's just this terrible dichotomy in this town. And, I'm laughing at a situation I know is very serious. And many of you have unfortunately been victimized by folks who get behind the wheel and drive drunk. And I'm not minimizing, how disgusting that is and dangerous that is.
And selfish it is.
And selfish, and all the things that come along with it, right? I'm also not going to be holier than thou about it. At some point in all our lives, we probably got behind the wheel when we shouldn't have. And the good thing is that they got him while he was sleeping and not operating the motor vehicle.
Damn right. It did before there was ever a tragedy, which very well could have happened.
But, like, if you're a Met fan, and I'm saying this respectfully, like the Mets have won, 4 in a row now. They've got themselves a little bit back in it. They have a pulse, and who knows how it plays out. Like, there's got to come a point when you say to yourself, when does it end, right? When does the off-field stuff end? When does it about somebody else? When does my team hire the right people?